everybody. It's Kate. It's Pure Pondering. Came out here this evening and found this laying here. That's a nice one. So it's going to be going up for a fence, for part of the beginnings of a fence. I keep trying to get folks to bring by some pallets that they're throwing away so we can use them for fencing. I think I need to water again. Can't tell that we have anything coming up here in the carrot beds. And what was it I put here? Oh yeah, some peppers. So I know these are not peppers. But there might be some pepper starts coming up there. Put them down. And right there. And let me see, right in here, the greens that I've planted along here are coming up nicely. Direct sowed. Mike and I did these together. Let's see, this is the Backland Bly Auroch. There we go. And these are coming up nicely. This, yes, this was spinach.
What are you doing, Mama? What are you doing?
I'm checking our garden, baby. Look, the spinach is coming up.
Wow.
Yummy, yummy spinach, huh? Gonna have a bunch of it. Love how that came up. And those seeds were a couple of years old. Maybe 3. Let me see. These coming up here, along here, are the Ford Hook Giant Swiss Chard I got from Mary's. And the cabbage is coming up well. Some of it anyway. I know Mike and I put more than that in here, but a little bit is better than none. Oh, look here on this basil. I thought that was a lemon basil like the others. I thought wrong. Here's the lemon basil with the nice white flowers. The red on my fingers. Mike and I are dyeing her hair at the moment, a couple of strands. And that is food coloring. Let me see now. Thought I had planted something back here and I don't remember what. Let's see. And this through here is, look how lovely it's coming up. This is the large leaf sorrel. And I got that from Sustainable Seed Company. And it's coming up nicely. Let's see what it tastes like. Not quite like a spinach. Nice and a little bit sweet and very tender. And these, the salsify. All of this through here and over here. Got that from Seed Savers Exchange. Those seeds are about 1 year old. They germinated well. Let me see someplace where it's coming up really thick and heavy. I'll pull one. See how it is doing. I know it's not going to be growing the root very well yet. Not bad. It's supposed to be kind of like an oyster. I like it much better than I like oysters. Micah kind of sowed the beets a little thick here in this section. There's one coming up back there that didn't get, that has plenty of space on its own. Let's see here. Those are the Detroit Red. And there's a couple of rows over here was the Chayoga. Okay, P, I don't want you in the middle of the beets. I want you going up this way. Micah's little peas that she planted are doing well. I just want to get them trained to grow up this stump or this post here. Oh, lovely, sweet girl. That's beautiful. Some more basil coming up here. And all my cilantro. And the green onions finally coming up. I was so impatient on those. And strawberry spinach is growing slow but steady. What do we have over here? Get that out of the way. The Malabar spinach. Oh, there's another one that came up. So those are coming up nicely. Once they get started, from everything I've heard, they will stay. Oh goodness, something's been digging in here. But at least it hasn't dug up the strawberries that we planted. And this is from an onion we stuck in here. We put a couple of onion sets throughout the strawberries. Oh goodness. Now, Micah and I have not been out here hardly any the last few days. I was working on inside the house. Her marigolds she put in here are doing very well though. And I still haven't gotten out here to collect all these dill seeds. It's one of the things I wanted to do, and I keep forgetting to bring a baggie out with me. And I need to collect these garden huckleberries. It looks like we've had a critter problem right there. Now look here. Forage coming back up. Micah, we got a bunch of ripe tomatoes we need to pick. A bunch of. Oh, it's still flowering. Our tomato plants are still putting on flowers and putting on green tomatoes. So we're gonna have to pick some tomatoes this evening. But look at that amazing sky. It's lovely to be out here doing chores. All this. I am definitely going to have to trim off some pieces of this Super Marzano and off of the Sun Gold to overwinter in the house, because those two have gone great guns. The Heat Master's done all right, just not as well as those two. Oh, beautiful, baby girl. I love your artwork. But we still have the Super Marzano and the Sun Golds still climbing, still growing, and still putting on fruit. Let's see if you can see that right there. These little babies covering this all over. And that's with the temperatures getting down into the low 40s, upper 30s at night. And they're still going. And I haven't been coming out here lately to trim them up like I should, because it's been after dark when I get home from work. And on the weekends, the last 2 weekends, Mike and I have been trying to work on stuff in the house. That one I should just take the whole thing off. I need my snips out here to do some of these. But look at this one. This is on the Heat Master. They're not real big, but they ripen up real well and they taste delicious. Micah really likes them. So I may have to overwinter the Heat Masters as well. They're just not quite as prolific as these Super Marzanos, but they still put on pretty well. And part of the lack in those plants could just be where I planted them. The Super Marzanos are like dead center of this hugel bed. And we'll see. Micah and I have got some thinking to do on what we're going to do here. I put a little bit more fish emulsion on this last weekend. May do that again this coming week as we're going into winter. And these things still trying to put on. Give them some energy to finish up the season. See a red tomato that looks like it just fell off over there. It's also pretty. Whoops, I just dropped that one. Note to self, don't prune with the hand you're holding tomatoes in. What I need to do is figure out, I've got a taller tripod. I need to figure out how to put my phone on so I can work on this a little more hands-free. That little bit of cold that we've had at night hasn't been great for all these leaves, but the tomatoes just keep on trucking. Get that out of there. There's another one I pulled out the other day. I'm just going to let them keep going as long as they'll keep going. I'm not going to pull them out while they're still trying to put on fruit. But try to get these leaves out of here that are spent. Get some more air circulation going through here for the ones that are still going. Well, I need snips for that one. There we go. Oh, goodness. This gardening is wonderful therapy for any of you who may need a way to work through things that are going on in your life, things that are bothering you, things from your past. I highly recommend gardening and art. Or if you have, like me, you have a child who's with you in the garden, bring them things to work on art. And that way they can stay busy while you're working. Look at that gorgeous moon. It's amazing out here. This tree, my friend that I got our place from, came by the other day, and she was so happy that we've been working with this tree because I didn't realize she's the one who had planted it. So it made her very happy that we've been working to encourage it to continue growing taller. I'm not sure what her plans had been when she planted it. I don't think she was putting a garden out here. I'm not quite sure what she had in mind. But she told me she had had several trees planted, mulberry and things of that nature, and gophers got them. And what I do when I come out here is I just take the smaller or the fronds that are lower down and just kind of knock them off to encourage the tree to keep growing taller, and put on fronds at the tips. There we go. Take that fork off. That way I can get it just go taller and taller. I should probably stop doing this in the next week or so. Let it get plenty of energy to the roots for the winter time. And that should be good. That one's going tall. We have ropes on here to train the limbs that, whoops, losing my light there. We have these ropes tied loosely on the limbs that were going more horizontal because we want them to go vertical. So Mike and I work these ropes around to pull them up to encourage them to go taller. I'll go ahead and leave that one for now. But we want them to just keep going up and up. And this is, it's called a China berry, but it's also called an umbrella tree. And it makes a wonderful shade tree. It's just toxic, but it's the only plant that I'm going to have out here in the garden that is not edible. Any other trees that I plant on the property are going to have edible properties. We do have some other shade trees that she had planted in the yard that we're going to keep encouraging because they are phenomenal shade trees. Hang on a second, baby. Let me see. Oh, I love it. I want you. Oh, you traced where it said believe? Good job.
I believe everything.
You believe everything? You believe in yourself?
I believe.
Yeah.
This, and this, and this, and this, and this.
You're amazing.
That's our belief.
You believe in love?
Yeah.
Because you got all those hearts in there?
There's one,
Okay.
two.
So,
there's 2 hearts.
we are going to close this video, okay? So I can go pick some tomatoes before we go inside. So you want to tell everybody what we're doing to your hair while your hair's in that pink towel?
We're gonna make my hair pink.
2 strands of it.
2 strands of it.
So we're letting the conditioner and food color set in your hair for a little bit.
We're gonna let the food coloring set in my hair for a little bit with the conditioner.
Yeah. And
So
we'll,
then it can set. And then when it's the evening, then we can take it out.
we have to leave it for a couple of hours as dark as your hair is, huh? But anyway, what do you tell everybody?
Huh?
Well, I'm about to turn off the video.
Be blessed.
Be blessed, everyone. Oh, and do you want to tell them anything else?
No.
Okay. Love you.
Love you.
Blessings.
Blessings.